Becoming an Improvised Dancing, a creative relational encounter. Written by Luise Fischer and Fiona Murray. Performed by Luise and Fischer. Hello, wide open space. You're an empty space. Thank you for inviting me in, for inviting us in. Warming sun rays are entering through your large windows, and the light is bright this morning. It seems to be touching all of your corners and your high ceilings in this century-old building. And I see you're danceable. Danceable, yes, because you have a flat, even a wooden floor. So thank you for letting us in, for opening your arms and embracing us.
So you're sensing me as an empty stage that invites and desires liveliness to unfold, as Stacey Holman Jones has called it. Do come in. I am indeed an invitation to explore and become, resonating in you maybe as wanting to co-create movements moment by moment. Just be aware the appearing emptiness is an openness to unknown becomings. It holds a virtual and potential fullness and intensity. It holds your, in fact, our entangled not yetness in becoming. I am thus inviting you to explore and to remain patient in this not yetness, this not yet temporality, as Murray encourages us. Can you resist premature meaning making?
I will try. Thank you for reminding me. I am indeed a bit impatient because, the urge is intense. There is a desire in a Deleuze-Guattarian sense that is vibrating and urging me, and maybe even potentially others, to create and co-create, to touch you and to be touched, to become in motion. I am moved by the liveliness that is yet to come and already here, past and present simultaneously, and I will try to let you guide me. But before that, I would have a question. Aren't you, space, very much entangled with time, if not inseparable from time, and this not yet temporality? I sense Barad haunting me. She's argued so. And if you, space, are mutually constituted with time, then why are you so present here?
Oh, yes, we. Time and space are very much entangled if we're relating to one another in a posthuman new materialist sense. All entities are then entangled, intra-acting. I'm simply a voice that seems to resonate strongly and loudly in you, but I'm not without the others, not without you.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Then I want to apologize, because we, the other dancers, other human, non-human entities, we might create a little bit of trouble and disturb your peace, your peaceful entanglement.
Oh, my dear, you're already part of this assemblage. You have been and will be. I invited you. But what worries you? I thought and felt you're desiring to become with and through me, this emerging entanglement.
Yeah, what worries me? Maybe I meant my piece, but I see what you mean. My piece is yours and yours is mine then, right? I think I am concerned though about what might happen if I get lost in dancing, if I get lost in you and this entanglement.
You're wondering whether you like what you're becoming. You're moved by the unknown, by the desire to create movement differently, to improvise. And then part of you is challenged and attached to the known and familiar. No worries, no one is judging you here, unless you are.
Thanks. Yeah, I want to get lost in creative playfulness, but yeah, part of me does remain concerned about what might emerge from the unconscious. But I do trust you, and I know what emerges remains confidential here.
Just let me foreground some vibrations and turn on the music.
Oh, I love this song. Did you choose that on purpose? I think I've heard it quite often. It's Awakened by Damien Escobar. I really like it, and I'm already moving with its very first sounds. You know what? I particularly enjoyed dancing Brazilian souk on it. It's an improvised dance that allows for a lot of creative playfulness. I can sense vibrations increasing inside of me. There's a need of getting lost in you. I'm wondering, where's that longing coming from now?
As you asked earlier, wondering about where from involves when, as well as other entities, like this very song with its dramatic and hopeful melody, performed by a violin and the floor you are moving on. And it also involves the partner. I see you approaching with a smile, a warm smile. I can see joy and excitement in your eyes.
Oh, yes. Yes, you're right. Let's continue wondering later, because there's intense excitement rising inside of me now. I'm wondering how close I can come towards my partner, how near or far we should be. Let me take a step closer. There's a flicker somewhere. I don't quite register. Maybe it was a blink. Now I have a sense. I think here I'm close enough. Here it seems fine. You know, we've never danced together before, so I'm very cautious. I think I'm guided now by this longing for close connection. Then I sense our hands folding, and finally we embrace.
My dear, you're embracing me too, and I'm embracing you. In fact, we did so long before you arrived back here. When we touch and allow being touched, we become, we shift, diffract, make a difference. Touch is one way shapings occur, Aaron Manning reminds us. Speaking with Wyatt, touch in this framing is more than what we commonly understand, skin on skin, though it would include this too. Touch is the push-pull of relating that makes us, relating across time, across substances, across species.
Oh yeah. The intensity is increasing. It is like a warm shiver going down my back, and I'm just sensing energies vibrating through my body, telling stories from maybe even a long time ago, initiated by this wooden floor or the walls, touching us. Then there are the sun rays warming my cheek. My partner and me moving, we are gazing at one another, then shying away, cautious about the growing intensity and the connection. My eyes are closing. My self-consciousness begins to fade. I feel we are entering into a state of flow, of motion. We seem to get carried away in a state of wholeness and shared wonder.
You're pulling me in too, creating experiences and performing stories with me. In moments of transition, I wonder whether you sense the troubled eye, as Massey and Jackson have asked us to. Do you feel how the eye becomes performative, contradictory, fluid, or leaky and porous, as Manning has argued?
Honestly, I do not have a clear sense of self right now. And I don't even wonder about it. All there is a sense of freedom paired with connection. And all in you, beautiful, wide open space. I think I don't even have a sense of time anymore.
I feel you merging with me, us, the entanglement, becoming subject in process with Braidotti, no longer a strictly bound autonomous self with fixed identities. You might only somewhat vaguely notice the imminence of the moment, potentially due to its intensity.
Imminence, yeah. Oh, I'm now sensing the violin's last sounds. They're vibrating through me like a sparkle that is running through our embrace, our moving entity. What were you saying? I think there's a white Hattian flickering, indicating the moment-by-moment transformation and mutual playfulness coming back into awareness.
You did remain patient and now made sense of my invitation, like a flickering wonder that wants to be allowed into awareness. You have been dancing with and through me, a safe and empty open space that invites this potentiality to unfold and to experiment. Dancing has been like a flicker that is bending and turning whilst moving in and out of awareness.
Yeah, now I see what you meant and mean when you say emptiness is actually a fullness, indicating potentialities, inviting possibilities. Maybe you're like a sea full of candles with lights flickering and crying out to become drops In the ocean, I'm realizing it's become late. It's become dark. And maybe you've been inviting us to become drops in your ocean. Thank you, and see you soon.